Now coming to my favorite and best choice from this watch list of the defenders, that's none other than Aït-Nouri from Wolves. And from the graphic, you'll be seeing that the stats should be skewed towards Son since he has played more minutes, but it's favoring more the Englishman, which is surprising. Hey guys, welcome back to another video from the Football Herd. Hope you're doing wonderfully well. So this is a weekly watch list video that I do each game week, in which I talk about 9 crucial players, 3 from each segment of defense, midfield and attack, who are extremely important from the upcoming game weeks based on form, eye test and underlying data. Now I'll be also showcasing some visualizations that I've done for each player. So make sure you stick around till the end, and if you do enjoy the content, please smash that like button. And if you're new around, please consider subscribing. I'm looking to reach 250 subscribers with this video, and I hope to add value to your FPL teams and help you make more informed decisions. So without delaying any further, let's get started. Now it was an incredible game week. My team fetched 64 points, 6 out of 11 players returned, and most importantly, the differential picks helped me climb up to 105k from 270k. Now there was a huge swing in Haaland and Salah captainers. We Salah captainers had the last laugh. My captaincy metrics was a hit, so was a Twitter thread, and I had posted covering all the Game Week 10 topics. Now coming back to the team, Flecken was again unfortunate in goal with a stoppage time rampage by Fulham, but he made 10 saves and he fetched 4 points, and Guardiola and Robinson with 7 and 6 points respectively, with a goal and an assist, but no clean sheets for any of my defenders. Now in midfield, only Salah and Rodgers chipped in with 18 and 9 respectively, whereas the others like Emil Smith-Rowe, Mbeumo and Palmer had a quiet outing. And in my attack, Strand Larsen scored precious 8 points, and he was having an effective ownership of only 2%, so it was a very important haul for me. And Haaland blanked with a couple. So that's all about my team for game week 10, and it fetched me 64 points, so I'm okay, I'm happy. And now let's look at the best players to own for game week 11. Now to start with the defensive watch list, I have opted for Leif Davis, Kerkez and Aït-Nouri. Now Leif Davis has already scored 1 goal from 5 shots and created 2 big chances. He had an expected goals involvement of 1.8, and he was supposed to score at least around 13 points, and he has scored 15 in the last 5 game weeks. Now he has fixtures like Spurs, United, Forest, Palace, Bournemouth and Wolves. So in my opinion, they only have a couple of tough games in the next 6. So Leif Davis is a very good option if you want someone in defense in that price bracket. Now coming to the next player, that is Kerkez from Bournemouth. Now Kerkez is unable to score any goals from his 3 shots, but he has already created a couple of big chances and assisted a lot. And he was supposed to score at least around 17 points, but he has already surpassed that and scored 22 points in the last 5 game weeks. Now I'm taking a closer look at the last 5 game weeks to understand the form of the player and not the entirety of the 10. Now Bournemouth also have a very lucrative run of games. They have Brentford, then Brighton, Wolves, then Spurs, Ipswich and West Ham. So in my opinion, only the Spurs game will be a bit tricky, but apart from that, it should be a very favourable run for Bournemouth. So Kerkez is also someone whom you should keep a close look on. Now coming to my favourite and best choice from this watch list of the defenders, that's none other than Aït-Nouri from Wolves. Now Aït-Nouri has already scored 3 goals from 5 shots and has got 1 big chance. He had an expected goals involvement of 0.8 in the last 5 game weeks and already scored 26 points, which is amazing in my opinion. And why I'm speaking so highly of Aït-Nouri is because of his prowess of playing out of position as a left wing back. And we have taken that he has taken so many number of shots, and he's very much adventurous when we talk about Wolves. And they have a very favourable lot of games of Southampton, Fulham, Bournemouth, Everton, West Ham and Ipswich. Now, out of all these 6 games, I do not believe that there is any game which is difficult for Wolves. And but Wolves will find it tricky in certain away games. But if you talk about the entirety of this tenure, and by this chart, you can clearly see that he's lying between Dalot and Justin with an XGI of 1.64, and he's only rising, right? So in my opinion, Aït-Nouri is the best defender to own, who is priced at lesser than 5 million in my opinion. Now coming to the midfielders, I have opted for a midfield three of Semenyo, Jorginho Rutter and Johnson. Now I'll talk about my favorite pick first, that's Semenyo. Now Semenyo has already scored 2 goals from his 18 shots and got 3 big chances. Now he had an expected goals involvement of 1.8 that you can see in this chart, and he has already created 2 big chances, and he was supposed to score at least around 20 points and he has surpassed and scored 22 points in the last 5 game weeks. And just like when I was speaking about Turkish, that Bournemouth have a very favourable run of games. Only Spurs game is tough. Other than that, the Brentford, then the Brighton, Wolves, Ipswich, West Ham, all are lucrative fixtures for him, and I believe in his price bracket he is the best asset to own. And if you're also looking for an Emil Smith Rowe replacement or a mid-6 bracket midfielder, Semenyo is the most lucrative one in my opinion. Now coming to the next one, that's Jorginho Rutter. Now Jorginho Rutter has already scored a couple of goals from 11 shots, and he has already got 3 big chances, and we are seeing that he's playing alongside Welbeck in the Brighton lineup. Now it's interesting to see that when João Pedro returns, what will happen to Jorginho Rutter. But I believe that he will be keeping his slot in some of the games, so this is someone to keep close tabs on. And he has already created 5 big chances and scored 31 points in the last 5 game weeks, and he's in scintillating form in my opinion. And all the returns that you're seeing of Welbeck is completely, dependent on Jorginho Rutter in my opinion. So that is also something that you have to analyze if you want to opt for Jorginho Rutter. Now coming to the next pick, that is Johnson. Now if you want to have a Spurs cover and you do not have that much amount of funds and you cannot spend on someone like Heung-min Son, then I believe Johnson is a very good option. Now he has already scored 3 goals from 15 shots and got 4 big chances. He had an expected goals involvement of 3.4 and also created 4 big chances, and was supposed to score at least around 27 points, but he has scored 29 already in the last 5 game weeks. And just like I spoke about Spurs, that they have Ipswich, City, Fulham, Bournemouth, Chelsea and Southampton up next. Out of these fixtures, only the City and Chelsea fixture is a bit dicey. Other than that, they have a very good lucrative run. So Johnson is also someone that you need to keep close tabs on, and he should be in your radar. Now when we see that my favorite pick is Semenyo, and from the XGI and the goal contribution, you can see that he is amongst one of the differentials who are owned by less than 10% of the players, and he already has 5 goal contributions and has the second highest XGI. Now this is a very important aspect of me opting for Semenyo as my best midfielder watch list. Now coming to the forwards, amongst the forwards I have a forward front three of Wood, Welbeck and Solanke. Now I'll explain each of the picks. Now I've gone with Wood because he's in scintillating form. He's scoring goals at his own will. He's already scored 5 from 10 shots and he's already got 5 big chances. His expected goals involvement is also very high of 2.1, and he has already created 5 big chances for his team also. And he's a prolific goal scorer in my opinion, and that is the reason that he has scored 37 points in the last 5 game weeks, which is amazing in my opinion. And Forest have fixtures like Newcastle, Arsenal, Ipswich, City, United and Villa. Now it is a tough run of games, but I believe that Wood is going in that territory, which is being a fixture-proof asset. And the kind of football that Forest are playing under Nuno is amazing in my opinion. And he's also someone who is in my radar as my second or third striker. Now coming to the next player, that is Danny Welbeck. Now Welbeck has already scored 3 goals from 16 shots and got 5 big chances. His XGI is also very high at 2.7. He has created 4 big chances, and he was supposed to score 24 points, but he has already scored 31 in the last 5 game weeks. Now when we talk about Welbeck, now Welbeck is a very fixture-proof player in my opinion, and the kind of form that he is in and his position is also nailed. Even if João Pedro comes or not, Welbeck will be someone who will be starting for Brighton. This is clearly evident from the initial 10 games that we are seeing. Now, apart from the City fixture, which is in game week 11, I believe the rest are pretty easy for them from game week 12. And we need to understand as why Welbeck is important in the Brighton lineup, and if you have that much amount of liberty to invest in such a striker, then definitely he's someone to look for. Now last but not the least, My favorite among the forwards is Dominic Solanke, who is in scintillating form, and the patience has paid off for the players, the managers who has kept faith in Solanke for so long. He has scored 3 goals from 11 shots and got 5 big chances. Now he has had an expected goals involvement of 3.4 and scored 31 points in the last 5 game weeks. And Spurs have Ipswich, City, Fulham, Bournemouth, Chelsea and Southampton up next. And in this chart you can clearly see that Solanke crossed all the mid-priced assets along with Havertz and Isak, and now has the third highest XGI amongst forwards, only after Jackson and Haaland. And he's already contributed to 6 goal contributions. So that is massive in my opinion. And the kind of fixtures that Spurs have, apart from the City one, all of them are lucrative, which I was speaking, just in the midfielder section when I was talking about Johnson. So Solanke is also someone, if you want a premium asset and you want to downgrade someone like the Villa man who is scoring none of the goals that he used to score, Ollie Watkins, then Solanke is a very good option in my opinion. Now the first comparison is between Heung-min Son and Phil Foden. Now Son has already started 5 games amongst the 7, and Foden has 7 games and 2 starts in all the 10 that we are seeing. And from the graphic, you'll be seeing that the stats should be skewed towards Son since he has played more minutes, but it's favoring more the Englishman, which is surprising. He leads Son in expected assists, then the chances created, in the crosses and shots. Now, even though Son dominates the expected goals, big chances and total points, I believe that both are neck and neck when we consider all the aspects and the coming games into consideration. Now, Spurs have Ipswich, City, Fulham, Bournemouth, Chelsea and Southampton up next, whereas Foden has Brighton, Spurs, Liverpool, Forest, Palace and United. So, in my opinion, a couple of games are tough for Spurs, whereas Foden has also a couple of games tough. So, they are neck and neck in the fixtures coming also, but Son has a better fixture than Foden partially, I would say, and that is the only reason that I'll be favouring the South Korean here, because he is a confirmed starter, whereas Foden is not that much of a confirmed starter in my opinion. But City have hit the rock bottom, and I believe that he will be a very fundamental player in Pep's lineup currently to pull them through this bad patch of form that we are seeing City go through. So it's even Stevens with Son edging it at the end in my opinion. Next comparison is between Trent Alexander-Arnold and Gabriel. Now it's a very interesting comparison, why I'll tell you, because Trent is someone who is considered as one of the best and premium FPL potential assets, and Gabriel is having a very good season as of now, and both of these players play for such a team that are very resolute and compact at the back, and they keep a lot of clean sheets. So as you can see that Trent dominates the attacking stats with higher numbers in all departments, like the expected assists, then the goals, then crosses, big chances, final third pass and everything. Now since he is more attacking than Gabriel, who primarily feeds on set pieces and has already found the back of the net twice this season. So if you take a deeper look at Trent versus Gabriel, you'll understand that Trent is still the explosive pick, whereas Gabriel is a more safer pick in my opinion. But that now that I'm favouring Gabriel here is in this comparison, even though I'm a Trent owner for 2 specifically big reasons. The first being that the extra 0.8 million will help us in upgrading other assets like Semenyo from Smith Rowe, then a Matheus Cunha for Strand Larsen. And one can go with a better rotational bench also with that extra fund than rather than having a dead bench. So a lot to gain from that downgrade from Trent to Gabriel. Now I'm speaking about this because that Trent is yet to haul, and Trent is not living up to the expectations and is hugely underperforming in my opinion. Now if you're a 7 million price bracket defender, then you're supposed to score a lot of goals. And not a lot of goals, but at least you should have a lot of goal contributions. Now, which is something that we are not, quite seeing Trent deliver this time around. He's not taking those free kicks with the menace that he used to. He's not assisting as much as he used to. And the kind of fixtures that Liverpool and Arsenal have are also, better for Gabriel in my opinion. Now, Gabriel has Chelsea, Forest, West Ham, United, Fulham and Everton, as you can see. whereas Trent has Villa, Southampton, City, Newcastle, Everton and Fulham. So Gabriel edges in the fixture difficulty rating also. So in my opinion, in this comparison, Gabriel wins. So that's it guys, that was all about the Game Week 11 watchlist video where I've discussed the 9 players. If you have watched this video till the end and you have liked this video, please do drop a like and subscribe to my channel, that will mean a lot to me. And I'll be posting the team selection video tomorrow, so make sure you subscribe and you check that out as well. And all the best for Game Week 11. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.